L is God. So when I first heard them call 11L, I said, nah, they're just trolling. They're just trolling. They're just, it's nothing much. But I can't lie, I knew it was not a mistake. When I really look at the whole season 1, there was no mistake whatsoever. So when we're first introduced to 11 in season 1, we have a child who has different ranges of telepathic ability, who has the ability in terms of telekinesis to move things with her mind. And you could say easily that this is run-of-the-mill superhero stuff. And by the end of season 1, we have a character in 11 that has the ability to take people's lives solely with her mind. She's able to take a guy out just using her mind. So one of the 7 names that is used in the Bible for God is El. And it's not a coincidence. It's not a mistake. The writers didn't make a mistake. The producers didn't make a mistake. It's not they were kidding around. Her nickname being El goes all the way back to the Hebrew. It's just pretty much hidden in plain sight. So the concept, though, has really been taken from its genesis of the series, where we just sort of, quote unquote, had a superhero, to the place we get to in episode 8 of season 4, in which we see healing power, the likes of which we first heard of when we've heard the story of Jesus Christ healing people, when we've heard the story of Lazarus, when we've heard the story going back to maybe our Marvel comics of Logan and his self-healing properties. That said, Logan never healed anybody. If we want to look at someone that's healed someone, we'd have to take, for example, the Scarlet Witch that I always like talking about. Scarlet Witch at one point healed Professor X and enabled him to walk. So that was a complete segue that had nothing to do with Stranger Things. So when I state all this, I don't know if this is good or bad, but I know that this is what they've done with the character. They've created a character that is like Jesus Christ. They've created, at the very least, a quote-unquote demigod character, or at best a godlike character in 11, aka Jane. So this scene that brought up this idea in the first place is the scene in which Elle brings back Maxine from the brinks of death. So some people are going to be like, well, Maxine is in a coma, she's technically still dead. Listen, Maxine died for a complete minute. She was gone for like a minute. She was brought back to life by 11. That's the story. There is no other story there. Being alive at all is totally different from, for example, Eddie, who is dead and gone. And then there's this whole idea that Henry / Vecna, whatever we want to call him, that he dominates the upside down. So why do I bring him up? Because he's kind of brought up, or he's been created into this devil-like character, and he's the antagonist of 11. But if you notice that he's not able to create the damage in 11 that he creates in other people. He wasn't able to put 11 in a situation where her arms were broken, her legs were broken. No, he's not able to do that because he doesn't have power at that level. So even though there's a lot of that chitter chatter throughout the season, and there's a lot of him going up and at 11, he's really not able to do any kind of significant damage because he doesn't have the power. It's literally very similar to the story of the devil taking Jesus to these different locations and attempting to tempt him. And really, a lot of that is what you see in season 4. A lot of that parable of Jesus and the devil is replayed over and over throughout the different episodes in the 4th season, especially in the interactions between Henry and Jane, or between Vecna and 11, if you prefer. We also, just to wrap this up, we see 11 come back to life. Not once, but at least 2 or 3 times, don't we? And so if you don't remember where that came up, you have to realize that technically by season 1's end, Elle should have passed away, and of course she didn't pass away. So that's the resurrection we have there. So yeah, this is Mark from 7iscompletionshop.com or sabcast.com. You want, cop a t-shirt. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.